Hello tubers, it's Robert 1979. Kind of a little update. I didn't get no video footage like I wanted to of doing this because I got busy this morning and come out here. Been out here for a couple hours now, but you can see I've got this front end taken apart. The bolt to it's right there. I'll get a better depiction. I gotta leave here in a few minutes. I'll get my son from school, but I got the oil pan off. It's right here. Cleaned it up a little bit. As you can see, I've already changed out 2 pistons. I've already got them pre-lubed. I wasn't gonna stick them in yet until I did this little video. See how I changed that one. I'll do a video of me taking the piston off and holding yards, putting the rings and everything else on it. Oil pan bolts, 12 millimeter to get all of them off, 12 millimeter socket, 13 millimeter to get the rod cap bolts off and stuff. Bearings all came out. They all still look real good. Like I said, I only had a 30-minute run time on it. This guy here, that is the pin for the front end. And it is a pain in the butt to put it back together because it does have a shoulder on it right there. Other than that, just a little bit of wiggling, pry bar, and all kind of good fun stuff to get that done. And there's a cotter pin that comes through the nut and locks it in. And you only get that finger tight. And then you turn it just a little bit with a wrench, line the hole up, and that's it. You don't get it very tight. Because you get too tight and it won't pivot very well. Other thing, when you take this front end loose, there is a snap ring that goes around the actual drive shaft knuckle on the back. I'll get a shot of that here in a little bit. The snap ring goes around there, you take a snap ring off, and then there's actually a pin that slides through the drive shaft. In order to get that pin out, you gotta remove that snap ring. Take a snap ring off, pin falls out, comes right apart. So that is where I'm at on this right now. Now I apologize I didn't get more video of it. Like I said, I've had too much going on, just got busy and got here trying to get this cranking because I need to get this done. I want to have this back assembled and hopefully fired tonight. Because tomorrow I've got 3 billboards to go hang. And I was supposed to do them today, but I started working on this because I can get this done, give the guy an invoice, get paid as soon as I'm done with it. Or tomorrow morning, and then I can go do those vinyls. Anyway, that's where it's at the moment. Like I said, I got to go because I got to get my kid from school. So I'll be back in a few minutes, but for y'all guys it'll be just a quick second and we'll get more in depth and more into the video. So see you in a second. Alright, I'm back, tubers. Sorry, it's been a while. I had to take care of some other business that came up. This is the last piston, okay? I got in here just trying to get busy, trying to get this done. As you see, it's empty. I got these 2 in. They're on. I hand tightened them with a little bit of torque, so I got torque them down, but for the life of me I cannot remember what the torque specs are on those rod bolts, so I'm going to go back to my old videos and see if I talk about it, see if it states the head bolt. And these outer bolts here on this side, I'm only going to torque those down to 35 foot-pounds. I'm not going any more than that because they are a smaller bolt. And I want to say that the middle ones were 65 or something like that. It wasn't very much. It was shocking to me, but I know those outside, I'm only going to go to probably about 30-35 foot-pounds on it. There's nothing over there anyway. It's just a water jacket, and then with the push rods go through, so it don't need a lot of pressure. On these pistons, inside here, if you see that little metal doodad sticking out there, it's a clip. You take some needle pliers, grab a hold of it, twist it, and pull it out. It'll pop out. There's one on both sides. These new pistons came with new wrist pins and everything. But they did not come with these clips. So you can see that one right there. Now the rings are pretty simple. I'm gonna see if I can get my wife to hold the camera for me while I do these, put these rings on here. She don't like to be in the video, but maybe she'll hold the camera for me. And yes, you can have a cigarette there. You cold?
Yeah, I'm actually cold for once.
Elsa's getting a heart. She's warming up. There you go. Oh, she's in a hurry. She's in a hurry. White legs and all. Woo. Oh, there goes my heater again. It's gonna get a little noisy, guys. You can get up close. I need my hands.
Oh, it wasn't for that.
No? Oh, the heater? Hold on a second. Don't turn this heater so the water can get warm.
Sorry. I'm freezing.
Alright, there we go. Now these rings come out of the bag just like that. They are in order. Bull ring. Just like that. Take it apart. Slide it on spring out. Slide it apart. Don't take it all the way apart, so I can kind of fade it back in. Stick it in the bottom groove. And push it back together. And just like that, it's on there. This part ain't quite so easy to do. Last thing you want to do is stretch these things out to where you can't miss them anymore. So that's how you get all tractor, sharp point. Stick it up beside that, and I can walk it down there. Makes it quick, makes it easy. This back side will slide down, and it locks right into place. Now this one you gotta pay attention to, because it does have on here the words, I don't know if you can see it, but it says top on it. Means top. Not the top groove, but this side up. It's easier if you slide in that first groove, take this other one, slide down the second one. Work it around. Right in there. And this will say RN on it.
Man, go. Where'd it go? Back. Keep it still.
It doesn't matter. That's just the RN's kind of whatever the hell it stands, I don't know. But you go to the letters go to the top. Just like that, rings are on. And here come my kiddos.
Hey, hi. Hi.
Okay, now comes the fun,
Tell your brother to get in here.
soupy, sloppy part. Make sure your rings are offset. The grooves do not line up with each other. They gotta be offset. Otherwise, compression go right by. It's a big headache. Now for the snot. Assembly snot. Then you wanna get her all looped up. Get a little bit on the top, that's fine, it doesn't matter, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Now with it looped, this is my ring compressor, it's a multi-use adjustable. Slide over, just even with the top of that piston. And then, just kind of fade it up, crank it over, and it locks in place. Now you're ready to install the piston. And already I see a problem. The way this sits, sometimes you gotta turn this lock where it don't hit because it's got arrow points to the front of the motor. And this will hit on the firewall if you don't watch it. Comes in just like that. I've already pre-positioned the crank to be on the very bottom so I can knock this in, leave it flush with the block, so I can slide the bottom bearing in and tap it down. The hands are nasty, they'll sound take loose. Work gloves are thick, super strong. You know, they're about $10 at Harbor Freight. Good, cheap, suitable work gloves. Yeah. Some people may scrutinize me for the way I do this. I don't care. I take a wooden handle and I just tap on it to go in. Don't hit very hard, just enough to make it move. Because sometimes these ring compressors can come loose, and those rings don't be compressed, and you'll break a ring. Just one kind, just lightly tap it. Then you will see that ring compressor bounce around, and as soon as it gets flush with the block, it will pop loose and come off on its own. That's so you know the piston's in the block. Now you take and push it by hand. Snot! Now I'm going to crawl underneath the tractor, set the bearing in, and I'll come push the piston down while I'm underneath it. I'll reach around the motor and push down to get it to seat up, and I'll come up here and push it all the way down the rest of the way. And no, I don't use alignment tongs or anything like that on the bolts because there's no sense in it. Hey! Go up the floor. Push that piston all the way down. And if that bearing may slide either way, it's fine. Take a little screwdriver, kind of ease it back into position, then put your cap. Unfortunately, I only got one paper, and I don't think Mama wants to get on the ground to show the other side shot of this. So, I'm going to try to throw the cap on real quick, get them snug, and then I'll come grab the camera and show you. motor. I don't know what's going on. That's the one that came off of the same way it came off. So I'm going to tap on with the little hammer see if I can get it going. So, anyways, I got my phone going off, so I'll get back to you. Alright, yeah, I'm back again. Here we go. Found out the problem with the rod cap there. I guess I was tapping it in and putting the nuts on it. The bearing actually rolled down out of the rod and was binding up the cap. I took the nuts back off, got it all put back in place, and it slid right all the way up. So that part's done. Now for the fun part, which is get on the internet and hope like the heck I can figure out what the torque specs are on this damn thing. So I get it all put back together and torque down and hopefully get this son of a bitch running today, or tonight I should say. It's already 6:05 in the evening. And sorry about the phone call. It was somebody calling about my boat. Yes, I'm selling my big Imperial boat. I got it on the old interwebs for $300 to get rid of that thing. It's not a bad boat. It is completely watertight, water ready. The only problem with the thing is not ready to go. The block is messed up on it. The previous owner let it sit through the wintertime with water in the block and it cracked. So, and I don't want to dick with it. I've fixed a bunch of them. This had an issue. But I'm not getting paid to do it, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on a damn boat motor. I've already got that bayliner out there that I'm going to have to spend some money on. And the whole ordeal was to buy this boat, fix it, and flip it. Well, it's too big of a boat for this area. It's a 20-foot Imperial with a cubby cabin in the front, so it's kind of too big for the lace we got around here. You know, the thing came from Oklahoma, but anyway, get back on this. I'm fixing to go inside, find what torque specs I can on this thing, dig around the old bench for all the paperwork, and there's papers in there and some up here. And see if I can't find the paper with all the torque specs on it for this thing, so I can torque it all down. Because I replaced all the rod studs last time I did this, because I snapped off 2 of them and had to order some through ARP, and I believe they were only like 32 foot-pounds, if that, maybe, if that. So, and this is a low compression diesel motor, so it's not like it's going to have a ton of force in that bottom end. So, but all I got to do is look up the ARP studs for a Mitsubishi diesel for a little pickup, and they're the exact same rod bolt. So, and I get the torque specs off the ARP website. The rest of these I might not be able to. So I may torque those heads down to about 75, and the 3 on that side to about 28 to 30. That's where I feel comfortable with it. And then get it all put back together tonight, fire it up, and see how she's going to run. Hopefully with the battery and the charger and the new pistons and stuff, this thing ought to crank fairly good and ought to fire up pretty easy. You know, keep your fingers crossed. But until then, guys, I'm going to end this video. So, yeah, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to make this just a longer series. I'm just going to tie back into it here. So I'm going to let you go and go get this up, and then we'll see you back here in a flash. Alright, tubers, I'm back. Well, what all I got done? It wasn't about a split second. I was as speedy as Superman ever thought of being. So, front end's back together, drive shaft's back connected, rods are torqued. Could not find torque specs. ARP, the closest thing I could find was 26 foot-pounds. So I torqued them down to about 32. I hope that's pretty close, because that's all I can find. Got the head put back on. All the bolts are loose. You can see the gaps in them. Haven't tightened them down, torqued them yet. So I can't even find torque specs on that. Somewhere in here I've got them wrote down from the last time I did this one. But finding them is going to be like real freaking hard. So, it's 10 minutes to 8, so I've got 4 hours to have this thing completed, finished up, fired, and ready to pull out of my shop. So that's where I'm at on this so far. And I ain't kidding with y'all guys. I've got a splitting ass headache. Oh my goodness. Bad enough I just want to crawl underneath a rock and just freaking just clobber out for a week till it goes away. That thing hurts. But as my buddy says, with a head as ugly as mine, it makes his hurt too, so I guess that's part of it. But anyway, that's where it's at. That's where she sits. I'm going to go inside, get a quick bite to eat, something to drink. Maybe take me a couple Excedrin or leave or something, and I'll be back out and we'll get some more video. And I'm back, guys, and yes, it is tomorrow already. It is 9:12 in the morning. Get back away from the motor, bud. And as you see, I still haven't taken any of the head bolts down or anything yet. Actually got on the phone, called the place where I ordered the parts. They didn't know any of the torque specs, so they gave me a phone number to a guy who does. And I'll get that number for you, but the head bolts are 72 to 80 foot-pounds. On the big bolts, small bolts are 47 to 57 foot-pounds. And the rod bolts are 23 to 25 foot-pounds. Oh, don't put that in your mouth. What's wrong with you? This kid puts everything in his mouth. But, so I'll fix, get some gloves on, get the torque wrench set up, torque this head down, and then start getting this thing put together. Uh-oh! Dead leg! Well, he's unhappy now. Anyway, that's where I'm at. So, I'm gonna get this all done and I'll see y'all in a second. Alright, guys, got the head torqued down. Torque these, let's see here. Yeah, the heater's loud. I torqued them down to 75 on the big bolts, 50 on the small bolts, and I torqued these down to 50, the same as the small bolts, because I didn't get that torque spec, didn't ask for it. But I torqued it down the same specs. Watch out, little buddy. Watch out. So now I'm ready to put the valve cover back on this thing. First what I may do is go in here and check. It's supposed to be 10 thousandths on the valve clearance. So I may run it through and check the valve lash on all these. Make sure they're at 10 thousandths or less. Or no less. Make sure they're at 10 thousandths. So I gotta find my feeler gauges and get checking all those, spin the motor over, check, make sure they're all at 10 thousandths. Then get the valve cover put back on here, get the oil in here, and get the rest of this motor completely put back together before I come back in the camera and explain the steps. But the way I torque these heads, I started off right here on this bolt down here, here to here, you know, just a cross out pattern. Yeah, went back over it a second time and went back over a third time. Just double ensure, check to make sure. And then these three, I started on the center, went to the outside, went to the back. Double checked it, double checked it again. The valves, I started here, got them all down tight, and then torqued this one, to this one. Is that a toy, buddy? Is that your Creeper Speed Racer? So, I get that, I gotta get these hoses here. That one's ripped, this one's busted. I gotta find something that'll fit this T here. And I think I've got some hose I can make work. No big deal, no problem. I know I've got some short pieces here from when I replaced the injectors on the 6.5 diesel. They had the same setup. So I'm sure I've got enough tubes left around here somewhere I can do that. And this stuff is pretty old. It's cracking off, but anyway, that's the last video you're going to see of this motor tore apart. Next time you'll see it all put back together, guys, and then I'll tell you how I did everything, how it all went back in the whole 9 yards. So I guess I'll see y'all guys here in just a minute. And we're back. Say hello, YouTubers. And of course, as soon as I get the video camera on, that thing fires off. Every time. Alright, well, this is all back together 100%. Oh. Basically, just reverse the process of tearing it apart and put it back together that way. Oh. So I got everything torqued down. The only thing I'm worried about is these injector lines. Of course, the battery's dead, so I'm having to charge it. So I can see if I can prime these lines. Already though, with just a half-dead battery, I'm trying. So put this over onto the 12-volt start, and we're gonna see if we can get it to crank. Moving, that's something. Get off, that's why it won't start, and I'll leave it alone. I'm gonna let it sit on the boost stage for a few minutes. I'm gonna open this door up. There she does bust off. It won't be so smoky in here. Upside down view. Now I do got messages every once in a while because it does do some weird stuff like that. Get off of the tractor. No, get off. But that's it completed. Back together. 100%. I gotta clean these little quick connects up. Get a couple of little things done. Stop! I'm about to have to get a hold of my son with a belt. He's not minding. So you want the YouTubers come get you? Stop doing that and get off the place now. I don't want you up there. I want you down. But anyways, rate, subscribe, all the good nonsense, comment, let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna do another video here in just a little bit of this thing firing up. Hopefully it'll start. We'll see. Cross your fingers and your toes. Alright, thank you. Okay, YouTubers, we're over 20, that's 10-9. I know I did rate, comment, stuff in the last video. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and do it on this video. It's going to be the finale. I cranked it a few times. I got a little smoke. Let's see if I can get this to work. I can get y'all guys in the frame here. There we go. I'm gonna try to crank this thing over again, see if we can to do so. Acting goofy. So, take you guys around here a little bit. Get a door open, man. It's just a little chilly in here. But I'm sitting here messing with the throttle a little bit, trying to see. I done checked, you see here. I done cracked all the injector lines loose. I got diesels on every injector. Now it's just a matter of getting this battery charged enough to crank it long enough to fire it up. I'm kind of hoping everything will fire right off. Oh my God, that. Well, you don't get hardly no pull out of that foot pedal. Let's see here. Got a bracket with a cable right here. That bracket has been welded back on. It's been busted off before, so it's worth 70-40 on this thing here. A little shot in here. Don't think it's gonna do much good, but we'll see. I get a little bit of pull, but not enough. Yeah, we'll just do it that way there. Watch TV. Turn back to the start position. Let it sit on that for a few minutes. But, tell you what, I sure like to see this thing fire up pretty quick. Ready to drive it out. Done clean these ports all up, inside and out. So when I get over there, I can clean the ports on that one, on the bucket, get everything hooked back together. And hope to get paid. Oh, I know I'll get paid on this today. So, go ahead and get it all cleaned up, cleaned off, get everything off there. Whole can of carburetor cleaner's gone. Oh, what a mess. Yeah, let's go plug her in. Watch that there, see if we see it getting red. Takes a few seconds. There we go. Crank her up. She's gonna try. Give her a few more minutes to charge it back up a little bit more again. Yeah, well, I'm sure ready to see this thing fire up and go. Go ahead and glow plug her again. Look at that in there. Take that grill off here and start you a cigarette off that. Alright, bust her again. No, she ain't got enough juice in the battery yet. Like I said, you can see my battery charger. It's doing the freaking dance. I don't know, I think it's about time for a new battery charger, I think. moly. Alright, well, we're letting this charge for a minute. Step outside here. So you guys see my new rock drive I put in. And all this rock, guys, I didn't pay a dime for any of it. Well, I guess you can say I did, because, you know, the cost of fuel and my time of going down and scraping it up and bringing it down here. When the county comes out here and redoes the roads, they stockpile the gravel off in the ditch, scrape what they use for the road, and then the remaining of it, if they got any piles left, they load it back up in the dump truck and haul it somewhere else. And then there's either residuals in the ditch. Well, I did my whole driveway, all the way around the circle drive, all the way up to my shop with it, and dumped 6 loads of it over at, well, it used to be my boss, but, you know, in his property over there, or his drive. So all in all, there's still some left down there. I ain't had time to get back down and get it done yet, but, and this stuff's pretty thick, you know, it's a good inch or 2 thick, so not bad for free. You know, all you gotta do is, you know, if you got means, like, you know, I got the 646, so I used it. We used his little John Deere loader, and called the whatever county you live in or whatever, called the Road and Bridge Department, which takes care of the roads, and ask them about it. They got a spot where they've laid some rock out, whatever. They'll most likely tell you, yeah, if you want to scrape it up and take it. We don't care. So that's what I did here. And boy, I had a lot of people out stopping and asking me how I was able to get it, and I was telling them. They just more or less just wanting to cause problems, I think, but anywho. Grab a cigarette real fast and we'll walk back out there. Instead of becoming a long video. Ain't nothing like Mr. Bill T-Max though. Hour and 20-minute long videos. I got a spare wheel here for a Chevrolet dually. If anybody needs one. I don't want a dually no more. But this boat right here, guys, is the one that's up for sale. I've had one person call me on it, and it needs a good wash job, cleaning up, needs some interior work, needs motor work. It's gonna need a little bit of tongue work on the trailer, but all in all, one little spot there. But all in all, it's a pretty decent little boat. Got a little cubby cabin in the front. Nice little boat, just too big for the lakes around here, really. I mean, it's 20 foot, and I've got that one there, 6-person boat, it's a little bayliner. So, and I'm a big, huge inboard guy, not an outboard, but that little bayliner, I think I'm gonna love that little outboard boat. That inboard, it needs some work done to it. Guys coming today to haul this somewhere and put a for sale sign on it. And then, you know, I got tractor land over there, which is getting these fish get all cleaned up and hauled off. All this stuff's getting loaded up and hauled out of here. Under that tarp, it's a 222. I've got to get it out of the tarp, push it in the shop, find out why it's not getting sparked. I think either the coil went bad or just got grime built up between it. Well, I'm going to set you up in this bucket here again, and I'm going to try and crank this puppy up. Get out of the way of the camera, bud. Out of the way. Yeah, let's see if she'll fire up this time. not going to use starting fluid or anything like that on it. But it's going to take a little bit to get her to bust off. With new pistons, new rings, they're not seated or anything, so just gotta let that battery charge up pretty good. And I've got it on the jump start, so I'll let it sit on there for a little bit. Starting to think it's my turn to a old cold start, rebuilt start fail. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna get a little windy out here. Woo. A little chilly too, that jacket. Well, that mower's back. I don't need it again. I bought it, fixed it, and sold it to a guy just for hauling a little trailer. But now we're gonna take the mower deck stuff off this one and put onto this one. And I still got this hunk sitting here. Needs a lot. Needs carburetor cleaned up. Needs to go through and fix a few things. Just need to sell it as it sits, really. And I gotta find the motor for that bad guy. But see how this one here is a 2-speed transmission. I've got an idea for this motor, and I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all guys know what I'm fixing to do with it. Is I am fixing to build a mini dozer. Yes, you heard me right, a mini dozer. I've seen a few of them on Craigslist or on YouTube. There was one on Craigslist here a while back. Guy's Mantic's. What was he asking? He was asking like $8,000 for that thing. It didn't even run. So that's gonna be a winter project. I'm gonna use that rear end. It's a 2-speed high-low. I can get super creeper gear out of it. And I've already got the dozer blade, which y'all guys knew was on the front of the 222. It's sitting right here underneath this. But there's a mount bracket. I've got that disc and that disc. I gotta take both those, put them together and make a double offset with a 222. I got quite a bit of stuff I gotta get going. But I've got the dozer blade there, and definitely gonna build a dozer. We got the hood, fenders, everything to do the body part of it. I've seen some pretty good ideas as far as track. So around here, when I do build this, I'm gonna instead of doing metal cleat tracks, which is optimal, I'm gonna see about doing a rubber track. And it's all going to be metal, just have, like tire or rubber pieces bolted to it. Because around here, we get a little bit of snow, not much. But what you want to use that thing for, you don't want to tear people's yards up. And if you put rubber on the tracks, you'll tear the yard up about as bad as a bobcat, really. So that would be alright. Man, I really wish this thing would hurry and crank and bust off. I don't have no way of full starting it. So and I mean, there's the diesel that's in this has been sitting in here for a year, so I'm sure it's pretty nasty and yucky. Well, I'll find out soon enough. When I get this damn battery charger to work for me the way I wanted to. But I'm gonna try it again, guys. I'm gonna set you back up, and if it don't go off this time, then I'm gonna have to wait till later to full start this thing. Yeah. Keep sitting you down the cat there. that battery's not a very good battery. And that charger's not the greatest of chargers anymore, so heck, I guess I could just push it out of the shop, fire up my truck, put jumper cables on it, plus that charger, to see if I can get it to fire off, but take a risk of blowing the alternator up on my truck, and I really don't want to do that. But I'm pretty sure once I get her to bust off, she'll bust off and she'll run good. So, anyways, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the video, 'cause I don't think she's going to bust off anytime soon. So, anyways, I guess I'll end this video and we'll pick it up later. I'll get it started and I'll make a video of it running and kind of go from there. I'm kind of running out of time. I got to start getting ready. Got a Thanksgiving dinner deal to go eat with at my son's school. So I gotta go find my other boy. I don't know where he ran off to. But anyways, rate my video, subscribe, if you ain't subscribed, rate, comment, all the good fun stuff, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.